In a world filled with noise, where everyone feels the need to speak, argue, and defend, there's an underrated power in silence. Sometimes choosing not to react and letting karma take its course is the wisest and most effective response. Today we're diving into 5 situations where silence is not just golden, it's transformative. Let's begin with a common yet powerful situation: being insulted or criticized. Whether it's from a colleague, a friend, or a stranger, the instinct is often to defend yourself or retaliate. But here's the thing: silence in such moments doesn't mean weakness. It's a display of self-control and confidence. Explain how reacting to insults often feeds negativity, while silence forces the other person to confront their own actions. Karma, in this case, means allowing the insulter to reflect on their words without your interference. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. When you remain silent, you refuse to let the insult dictate your emotional state. Karma will often take care of the rest, as the wrongdoer will face the consequences of their behavior. So, the next time someone insults you, try silence. It's not about avoiding conflict. It's about rising above it and letting karma take care of the rest. Ever been in a heated argument where it feels like no one is listening? Emotions run high and voices get louder. But sometimes, the most powerful response is silence. Discuss how silence in arguments prevents escalation and gives time for both sides to cool down. In the heat of the moment, words often do more harm than good. Karma steps in when we choose to stay composed and let the situation resolve itself. Epictetus once said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By remaining silent during an argument, you create space for the other person's words to sink in, and give yourself the clarity to choose a better response later. Remember, silence doesn't mean surrender. It's a tool for mastering emotions and finding clarity in the chaos. Injustice happens all around us. It's easy to feel compelled to speak out, to act immediately. But sometimes silence is more powerful than a quick reaction. Explore how speaking in the heat of the moment often comes across as reactive and emotional. In contrast, silence allows you to observe and assess the situation without clouded judgment. Letting karma handle things means not forcing the outcome, but allowing natural consequences to unfold. As the Stoics teach, sometimes we must accept things as they are. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By staying silent in the face of injustice, we avoid exacerbating the issue with impulsive actions, and we wait for the universe to restore balance. Silence in such situations isn't indifference. It's trust in the natural order, the knowledge that things will eventually align. Some people love to provoke, to stir the pot, hoping to get a reaction. They thrive on the attention there. Words or actions attract. The best way to deal with this? Silence. Explain how giving someone no response strips them of their power. When we respond, we give them the energy they seek. But silence is the most effective shield, leaving the provocateur with nothing to feed on. The Stoics believe in controlling our responses, and by staying silent, we break the cycle of attention-seeking behavior. As Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Letting the provocateur stew in their own energy is a much more powerful response than any words. The next time someone tries to get under your skin, remember, your silence is their defeat. No response is the best response. Finally, there are moments in life when we are overwhelmed by emotion. Whether it's sadness, anger, or confusion, speaking while emotionally charged can lead to regret. Discuss how silence allows for emotional processing and self-reflection. It's easy to say things we don't mean in the heat of the moment. Silence provides space to regain composure and clarity. In those moments, remember the Stoic principle of emotional detachment. As Marcus Aurelius taught, soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. In times of emotional turmoil, silence gives us the opportunity to realign with our true values before reacting. Silence in these situations isn't weakness. It's wisdom. It allows the emotional storm to pass, letting clarity and reason take their place. Silence isn't always about saying nothing. It's about choosing when and how to respond in a way that aligns with your inner peace and wisdom. The next time you find yourself in one of these situations, remember, silence can be a powerful force, and karma will take care of the rest.